Hello Aries, this is going to be your reading for July 2020 from the 1st to the 15th. So if you are a Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus, this reading could be for you. If it doesn't resonate, obviously wait for a few more of the uploads to come through for July. It could be worth checking out other elements, so Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, if, for example, this one doesn't resonate. Okay, so this is a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. We're going to be using the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Siro Marsetti for the first part of this reading, and then we'll be utilising other oracle cards. Right, let's jump in. Just FYI, this is the easiest deck that I have actually had to pick. Usually before a reading I'll pick a deck and there's no coincidence as to why they're picking the deck. Before I'd even sat down, they were like, this is the deck you're using today. Now for me, that's very indicative of the energy for the first part of the month. It's very go, 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 let's just go. So there's a very, very, very strong kind of chariot energy here. Very, very willful, very determined energy. Now it's interesting as well, I've got the fan on. Now in England we don't have air conditioning, but it's very, very hot at the moment. And usually I don't have a fan on, because usually I'll just record and it's done. But they were like, leave the fan on. And I was like, that's a really interesting kind of symbolic energy there of things are heating up, because this is the thing. Number one, I'm going to channel easier if I'm cooler, because I can tune into the other energies, even though maybe the noise may be a little bit disruptive. So there's a shift in sensory energy here, which is maybe like if you're usually used to seeing things, you could have an upgrade in your intuition, in terms of maybe you're hearing things now, if that makes sense. So just pay attention. There's a lot of movement for you guys though, because I can feel it already. And immediately before I sat down, they were like, let's go. There was no kind of, you know, sit and take it in. They were like, just go. So just be aware that there's probably going to be a lot of that energy coming up in this reading. So let's begin with the Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, 1st to 15th of July 2020. What is going to be happening for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs? I'm hearing wait for it. So you're probably going to dive into something, and then you'll be like ready and willing to kind of move things forward, and then you'll be possibly waiting. Aha, this makes sense. This is interesting. This is very interesting. This is you, the Fool card, okay? This is Aries energy. This is about very much that let's go. This is the first card of the Major Arcana, and it is about beginning a new cycle. So you're taking a leap of faith, and you're doing it in a very dynamic manner. It's exactly as I've just described, okay? You're like, and it came out with the 8 of Swords in the reverse. So this is about freeing yourself and then making moves. So you're like, hey, look, I've freed myself. Look, I've got out of a situation. I've become aware of a situation. I've got insight into a situation. I know what I'm doing. Let's go. This is exactly as it's described, as per what I said originally, okay? So someone is, again, an 8 of Swords is very much mental entrapment. It's very much that I feel stuck, okay? So someone's freeing themselves from, I'm hearing liberation. So it could be that you've seen something for what it is. You've seen through different eyes, but you're starting a brand new cycle here. Again, we've just had a new moon in Cancer. So it could be that that's the energy you're kind of picking up on. But it's interesting because these two came out, and then this came out with it, but this one came out first. So it's like there's some kind of competitive element going on here with this 5 of Wands, right? So maybe originally you had gone, oh, this is not going to work. This is not going to happen. I'm going to have to give up whatever this thing was that you wanted with the 5 of Wands. Whatever this energy was that you had your eye on previously, before July. Maybe with the mental entrapment you thought, this is never going to happen. I'm going to have to put this to rest. This is never going to happen. And so basically you had overcome that, and you were like, right, it can happen. I know this can happen. I'm obviously mentally, I just maybe seen something from a different sort of point of view. Maybe something had confused me. There was illusionary energy possibly that maybe had thrown you off track, had disrupted your energy, or maybe distracted you from where you were supposed to be, where you were viewing it. but you're realigning with where you're wanting to go now. You're recalibrating with an energy of where you're wanting to take it, okay? And interestingly, now that you've got, it's like as soon as you went off track and was like, this is, you know, with this Eight of Swords that you would have been in originally, as soon as you've turned that around and freed yourself from this mental entrapment and gone, no, this is for me. Hang on, what am I doing? Of course this is for me. I'm realigning myself. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some competition here, but I'm going to realign myself and I'm going to go for it. And as soon as you realign yourself, we've got the Page of Cups. There's an offer. Look, there's an actual physical offer here. Now, Page of Cups can be apologies. This can be an emotional offering, a friendship. So if this was an argument with friends, or maybe people have been getting involved, this energy is coming back around to acknowledge maybe what you had originally thought, oh my goodness, they're never going to look at me, or they're never going to sort of assess how they feel, or they're never going to understand things from my perspective. It's like you freed yourself from that mindset, and now because you freed yourself and you're on track and you're determined to kind of manifest this energy of, because you've changed your energy to one of determination, you've manifested something in. As soon as you were trapped, you were manifesting more things of feeling trapped, but you've turned this around now and you're reaping the rewards. This is you reaping rewards here. This is you learning. This is you. Oh, no, I'm getting told off. They're saying leave these cards. Okay. What else, please? Aries, 1st to the 15th of July. Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's going on, please, for Aries? Wow. Yeah. Now, I'm going to be real. The fact that this is taking a while to come out of the deck, again, is very symbolic. It's like, you've got to remember, so to read tarot cards, you're utilising a tool that's external to you, okay? I don't usually, I'm going to be real, I don't usually read from tarot. When I'm doing readings, 99% of the time, I want to get the information out there. If I'm on a channeled kind of trail, I'm not going to sit and block that channel and start pulling tarot cards, because for me, that's a disruption. I'm channeling. But for the purposes of a visual medium, which is YouTube, obviously I'm going to use tarot because it's an more interactive, okay, in my opinion. Also, it's confirming what I'm saying. Now, interestingly, because of my energy, I've got a very strong energy without sounding like I'm blowing my own trumpet. So my hands, there's a transference of my channeling into cards. Okay, so that's another reason I'm doing it. I'm channeling from source directly through me. That's the idea. That's why I'm very, very serious about spiritual upkeep, because if I'm a channel, I'm a pure channel, then I have to make sure I'm honouring that, so that the energy can come through the cards and out to you guys, because I'm the middleman, let's say. The fact is that it's taking a long time for the energy to come through me into these cards, but it's there. There's a block somewhere here, okay? There's a block somewhere here. Now, you've freed yourself mentally. You've freed yourself mentally, but has the other person? Has the other person? Because I feel like we're waiting for the penny to drop here, and that's where this kind of Page of Cups comes through. So, again, there's a lot of you being ready here, but someone else, you waiting for something to come in. Okay, now interestingly, the next cards that came out, and don't forget it was a while before the energy came out, we've got Death. So this other person's energy, or the one that was obviously you were waiting on to kind of become freed, you were in alignment, you course corrected and became in alignment, but now you're waiting for this other energy. And this is, look, this is coming, because we've got the Death card here. Okay, this is very Scorpionic energy. This is Plutonian energy. Okay, now don't forget, we currently have Mars that have just transitioned past Neptune in Pisces. All right. When Mars actually transitions from Pisces into Aries, this is very, very strong, very tower energy, very kind of Plutonic energy here, where you're closing out a Pisces cycle, going from Mars out 29 degrees Pisces into 0 degrees Aries, etc. Because then it's going to transition past Chiron in Aries as well, which is very much bye-bye everything. Because don't forget, we've just had an eclipse as well, and also you don't forget on the 5th you guys have got a lunar eclipse. So there's a lot of kind of these partial closures happening. So if you're ready and you've done all this work and you're waiting for someone else, this is coming. And this is not just that, oh yeah, but are they going to see everything? There's going to be a large cycle that it's almost imploding. So you've got to be realistic here. If someone is not spotting something or seeing something or noticing something or understanding something or knowing something, they're going to. Right? Now, how much is that going to affect them? How much are they going to understand? How much are they going to see this? Now, I don't know if you can understand the vision, like the imagery in this card, but this looks like a no man's land here that has been a long and tiresome battle. There's things that are rusting in the background. There's insects, things growing over each other. There's cobwebs in the kind of top part of the cards up to the skull. This is well and truly a death and sort of an ending, okay? But with everything that with death, it's energy doesn't die, okay? It has to go somewhere. There has to be an outlet of some sort. Now, if you've been following me and the lives, we've got an ongoing kind of energy of roses, okay? And if you're following in my spiritual support group, you will also see that I've posted a lot about this, or a little bit about the symbology of the roses. Now, first of all, we were seeing a lot of, and if you're not following us, I'll just give you a brief recap. We're seeing a lot of the pinky tinge roses, okay, which means desire, okay, which means that kind of beauty, that need, that want. There's a yearning there, okay. Pay attention for what's on the bottom of this card. There's a white rose. Out of all of the destruction, there's hope, okay? And this is what this energy is. So it's everything that has previously been around this situation is imploding, is closing out, and there's a rebirth here. But it's not from the old; it's from a new energy, which looks like you, okay? Which looks like you. So this person's closing out old cycles, and there's probably going to be a large tower moment for this person. But in this energy here, there's an offering with, don't forget, we saw the Page of Cups. We saw an offering with that white rose. It's very pure offering, okay? So there's an emotional energy behind this. This is not a joke. This is not someone who, and again, remember the energy at the beginning of the reading. It was let's go, let's go. So this is going to be your energy where you're closing things out, or it has been, and now they're also going to witness and go through that. And when I say they, this is going to be an energy of someone that, I'm just hearing course correction. So they probably may at some point have not honoured your connection, and now they're course correcting, okay? And they're coming back around to honour what was and that what always has been, okay? With the white rose as well, this is hope. This is, I'm hearing destiny. I'm hearing destiny. Now, I feel like there's more to this white rose as well, because they keep showing me this white rose. Let me just tune into that energy a little bit, because I feel like I have to really get this. Now I'm hearing a love song. I don't know if you've heard this song. It's called My Endless Love, and I think it's by Lionel Richie. Have a look at the lyrics, because I don't know why, but they're saying look at the video. So if someone wants to look at that video and let me know whether there's an offering in that video, but it's like they're showing that as a comparison here. Every move I make, every breath I take, isn't that I'll be watching you? Isn't that like a Sting? Isn't that a Sting song? They're saying yes. So now they're giving me two songs. Now they're giving me a third song, Kiss from a Rose by Seal. And do you know what the interesting thing is that is actually a song, I think, from Batman Returns. So there's all these analogies of returning, okay, after something's happened. So have a look at those three songs, and just anything you're noticing in the videos, let me know, because I feel like there's going to be something very symbolic about your connections here with these videos. And they're giving me a line from Kiss from a Rose. It's like, the more I get a taste of you, the stranger it feels. I think that's the line. It's like this. I'll be honest with you, the information I'm getting here is this too good to be true? Is this going to be another stinger? So this energy's been very hurt, okay? This energy's been really hurt, and the more I get a taste of you, the stranger it feels. That line is on repeat in my head. So there's this very kind of very Neptunian energy of like, I really want this, but now I'm getting a past life recall. This was a forbidden love in a past life. You guys have had a past life that was, it was like the social, maybe the caste system was a differing one, maybe the social classes were different. And don't forget, in that day and age, that was actually a thing where there would have been a strictly forbidden energy behind different class systems, different races. Now obviously still we're seeing a little bit of that in this day and age, but this would have been an extreme. Okay, someone had an arranged marriage in a past life to someone that wasn't them, and they had a very strong, they couldn't get out of it, and there's this trapped feeling, and there's a mirroring going on. Now if there's a karmic situation involved on their part, there's something that is running parallel to this, because that they didn't learn, which is why we're waiting for this to close out before we can move forward. But they're moving forward anyway. They're gonna cleanse this. This is Page of Wands. This is Page of Wands energy here, and as you can see, this is the rainbow, very strong rainbow energy. Now again, if you have been following me a while, we are referencing rainbows. Now, is that a standard traditional spiritual type of rainbow love and light? No. In August last year, I channeled about a rainbow cleanse and karmic removal, layers of karma being removed around the April time, and then coronavirus hit. Okay, or so how do I phrase this that's going to be not deterring from the actual original points? So there's a spiritual awakening happening, essentially, and when there's a spiritual awakening, it means all 7 chakras are in alignment. Okay, and obviously there are 7 colours of the rainbow, which are the same as the 7 main body of the chakras, from the crown to the root. When that's in alignment, there is an upgrade that happens. This is the rainbow energy. Someone is having a little mini awakening here, which is why they're able to see, which is why they're able to close out, okay, a cycle, which is why they're able to offer new, because they've removed something. This is how karma works. When you're closing something out or you're removing it, something new can come in. There's a space. This, I mean, obviously it's only a page, which is an initial spark of something, an initial kind of drive, but it's something, okay, and it's more than what possibly they've shown before. But this is coming to you in July, beginning part of July, and I'm hearing message. So if you're not in communication, you will be. Now I'm going to be honest with you, some of you may have been in communication since the eclipse that happened on the 21st. Some of you may have started to, or maybe even shortly after, and it might not be direct communication possibly, but there's a growth here. Because obviously when you're starting at a page, it can only grow up to the knight and then up to the king. So there's a growth here, okay? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please. 1st to the 15th. Wow. 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 So the reason why there's only a little kind of energy or spark here is because they could currently be in a situation, or they could have just removed themselves from a situation that is karmic. King of Coins in the reverse. If that doesn't resonate, it could be that they are a little bit imbalanced. They're not grounded at the moment. There's disruption their end in their physical. Now this could be that money is an issue. Maybe they can't come towards you. They think they can't come towards you because there's a practical issue. Could be far a distance. Could be, I'm going to be honest with you, it could even be illness. I'm going to say something here. Now this is not going to resonate with everyone, but again, if you're watching this reading, you're going, oh my goodness, are you trying to tell me this is going to happen? No. When you're watching this reading, you would have already known about this. So if you don't already know about this, this is not going to be for you, okay? But someone could have got wind of an illness, which is why they have to sort of rest, which is why they can't just keep charging in, because they have to look after themselves. There's no point. Now again, it's not serious from where I'm looking at, okay? Now again, if it is serious, then they're saying it's not. So again, I've checked that information. The guides are adamant. So whoever this is in relation to, they're going to be okay. And that's a risk for me to say, but they're just reiterating that it's fine. It's that they will be okay. Which is, again, now my throat chakra's going really weird. It's because of I'm channeling for them. I'm hearing wants to speak up, isn't able to. Wants to speak up, isn't able to. They're working on getting to you. They're working on trying to understand how to do this. And as you can see here, there's something about Virgo energy, but this is someone who's actually analysing this. This is not someone who's saying, don't know if I can do it. This is someone who's actually going through this in their mind to figure out how to do it. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands, victory. So this is someone who's actually trying to get to you. They're not just saying it for the sake of saying it. This is someone who's trying to get to you. Interestingly, they said, look at the bottom of the deck. So I stopped shuffling, and underneath was a card that was in the reverse, and it was the Hanged Man. So they're currently in this, I want to say free flow, but again, I'll be really honest with you, something is trying to hijack my throat chakra right now, and it's not bad because I do my protection. It's a higher self of a it feels like a divine masculine that cannot speak out and is dying to get a message. Wow. Okay, this is they don't know what to do. So we've got someone in the Hanged Man position here. When you're in a Hanged Man position, usually it's a pause to reflect, or pause to look at things from a different point of view. Maybe Spirit is putting them in that position, so they have to look at things differently, so they can understand more of everything, more of the bigger picture, or all of the context of this, so they can then charge in, you know? Because this is the thing, if someone doesn't have all the information, are you going to understand how to get yourself out of it? Usually no. Sometimes yes, but I feel like this energy here, Spirit is trying to get them to elevate so they can see. Now, that was in reverse, so that they're becoming unstuck. Okay, so this lack of communication, and my nose is running, and again, apologies for anyone that's offended by that, but one sec, let me just try and sort this out. One sec. Yeah, apologies for that. It's just that when I'm channeling, it happens, and I don't want to be sort of rude and keep, you know, doing that. But it's if I'm in the middle of channeling, sometimes I don't want to stop the channel, because then it disrupts the whole reading sometimes. So, in my opinion, now the Hanged Man was removed and turned the other way. Interesting. This was the card that I removed up right now. Can you see in the background there's a moon here? So I want you to pay attention to around the 5th of July, possibly a few days afterwards, because this is going to start materialising from where I'm looking at around that date. Okay, and please do let me know how you get on. I always want to hear feedback with these readings, because then it helps me. So keep me updated in the comment section by all means, because also don't forget we are running a competition as well at the moment, so which is like and comment on all videos or some videos, and it will, when we pick a winner, you could be in for a chance of winning. Okay, and if you're not sure, I'll go into more about that later once I've done this reading. Yeah, this is what they're trying to gain strength. Knowledge is power. This is how I want to say it, knowledge is power. They can't, there's something about these energies here that can't work out where it went wrong. They can't work out where it's like at some point they took a wrong turn, and they're trying to backtrack to see where that was. That's how I'm reading this. But because they're understanding things more, there's an enlightenment energy, there's an intuition growth here. Because before they weren't following that, and now I think they're beginning to listen a little bit. They're cultivating strength, and this is very strong Leo energy. This could have someone strong Leo in their chart. It's interesting. She's petting 3 of the. We've got a lion, a tiger, and a leopard. Why do I keep hearing wish fulfillment? There's a spirit guide here. There's a spirit guide here that is working with this person to help them understand this was blocked originally. And if it wasn't blocked, it was being closed off. But there's a guide around them, a feminine guide around them that's working with this to kind of free this energy. Especially if you're hearing that they've got head issues, sinus issues, they're not able to sleep, they're having dreams. If you're hearing of this, this is even more the case, because their guides are because of the fact that they're a little bit cracked open based on your energy has helped this person evolve, and the guides are using that and that connection to help this open up further. They're waking up going, was that a dream? Was this real? How does that work? So it's like, you've got to remember, it's not just they're questioning everything. You know, during when you had your awakening or partial awakening, or, you know, you started to understand a little bit how synchronicities work. This is what they're going through. They're like, they're looking at everything with fresh eyes. Aries, please. Aries. 1st to 15th of July 2020. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. What's happening, please? 1st to 15th. No, please don't do that. These cards sometimes. Okay, so we don't forget we had the Page of Cups, which was that initial offering. Could have been in the 5th dimension. Doesn't have to be in the physical. Could have been maybe telepathically. They're trying to connect. Then we had the Page of Wands, which was that opening up, that spark of inspiration. And next is the Page of Swords. Truth. So can you see they're holding up the 2 swords here? They didn't want to see something. They didn't want to see something. Okay? But now they are. So originally they were closing their eyes. They were, you know, usually in the traditional tarot, you've got the 2 of swords that are crossing the eyes. This one has been removed and is placed on a blue cushion to hand away. This is liberation. So they're removing that. And again, you can see a childlike eyes. They're seeing things in a fresh perspective now. They're understanding more things, okay? You or them, again, take it as it resonates. When I'm saying they, it just feels more like a they energy. But if it's you, then take it as it resonates. Again, swap the roles accordingly. But because they're seeing this truth, and it's like, okay, so hang on, this situation that I once thought was really good for me kind of isn't, and this situation that I know isn't good for me is. So hang on, if that's the case, what else did I get wrong? And this is where they're kind of really tracing it back. Now, the one page that's missing is the Page of Pentacles, which is an offering, a solid offer. And the reason at the moment it's not coming up is because they're not, from where I'm looking, in a position to give anything, because they're like relearning everything. This is like someone graduating from university in the muggle world where they're kind of in the physical reality and they're like, yeah, we're going to just get a job. Then they're having an awakening and they're having to go through spiritual school and they're at grade 1, you know. This is the energy I'm getting. But because of the truth that's been revealed to them, we've got 3 of Swords. So there's a possible disconnect here and or breakup that is currently also going on, because don't forget, to have the new, you've got to release the old. And so the old things, the old paradigm is falling away, and that could involve people, karmics, relationships, jobs. And so they're mourning for that. But what they don't realise is why they're purging this energy, because we're in Cancerian season. This is water, emotions. they're purging that energy out. And once you're releasing something, what's new? It's like a brand new blank canvas to paint on. So they have to go through this in the first part of July. And again, with that kind of lunar eclipse in the beginning part of July, again, and I think, hang on, if it's Cancerian, then I've got a feeling this is going to be a Capricorn moon. Wow, it is. I've got a feeling this next lunar eclipse on the 5th is a Capricorn moon. I've got a feeling that's going to be deep. I'm not going to lie. Capricorns, now if you've checked my end of June reading for Capricorn, it showed an iceberg. Because you see 1% of it, alright? This is going to be deep wounds that they're releasing. And there's this, what you're seeing, and again, maybe you're not seeing anything, maybe you don't have access to them, maybe you're not speaking to them, maybe you're not aware of any of this information, but if you do know something about them, I feel like you're going to be able to confirm that this is on point via maybe social media or mutual friends. Now obviously I'm not saying sit and watch their every move, that's not healthy, but of course not, but you know, let's not, I'm trying not to kind of, this is not a basic, you know, thing. Surely I'm assuming people are going to know that that is not something that's healthy to do. Anyway, so they're purging. This is a huge purge. Ready for the new. Yeah, look, bottom of the deck, 6 of coins. This is mutual. They want a balance. They want balance. And I feel like they're prepared to do the work for it this time. I feel like possibly before they weren't prepared to do the work because it was too much. But this time it's like I'll be honest with you, this feels like this is spirit going, you're going to do the work. Because it's like you can't sit and escape from the moon, you know? You can't escape from the moon energy. And this is going to be, I feel, the reading name. You can't escape from the moon. Sounds a little intense, but Aries, please. Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, 1st to the 15th. Aries. Boom! You can't escape from the moon. Queen of Coins, commitment. And this is you, or them. Take it as it resonates. Boom! Third eye chakra, enlightenment. This is truth, knowing. I know. You can't escape from the moon, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm the moon. The moon is the feminine. Can you see that green pendant, that jade pendant? That's the heart chakra. We've got these flowers as well, lotus. This is a pentacle, a disc that's been opened. And I'm hearing transcendence. They're transcending the physical illusions. They're transcending physical illusions. Okay, let's pull some oracle. Talking of the moon, let's pull the Queen of the Moon oracle. Can't escape from the moon, right? Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please. 1st to the 15th of July 2020. What is the outcome for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please? 1st to the 15th. Oh, you cannot escape from the moon. Boom. And as if by magic, Spirit are like, we'll back you up by giving you a card. Thank you. Thank you so much. Full moon power. This is also, it feels very, this feels very scorpionic. Mars, tower moment, Scorpio, Aries, polar opposites, Aries, Scorpio. This is very polarizing. We're doing, you can't escape from the moon. It's like, if you were previously blocked, shut off, didn't see, didn't know, ta-da! You can't escape from the moon. You cannot. Right, let's do a romance angel. I feel like I need to get as many, okay. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please. Aries. And again, this could also be a purge for you, because don't forget, if you're connected via, you know, divine counterparts, twin flames, this could also indicate a purge for you. an emotional purge for you, which is needed. Possibly, maybe I'm an Aries Taurus cusp, and I sometimes have a very difficult time crying, I'm not going to lie, when I need to. My Mars is in Aries as well, so, and it's because I block it off sometimes, because I can't. If I'm in the middle of a reading and I've got to cry, I'm like, oh my goodness. So sometimes I take time to sit and cry, and then it doesn't come out, and I'm like, for goodness sake. Right, so just be aware the emotions may be coming up to the surface for you guys, okay? So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please. 1st to 15th, what is the outcome for Aries? Wow, that shot. Okay, we've got very soon. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. So you've got to really be clear, because this energy came up as well, deception, alright? Someone is wearing a false self-master's relationship. Has someone been denying their feelings? Has someone not understood how they feel? And so of course they're going to project that to you because they don't know how they feel. So someone is very soon going to reveal and remove this false mask, which means they're going to acknowledge feelings. Feelings are going to slowly be acknowledged here, and I'm hearing it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, but there's basically you can't run from that. That's not something you can go, oh look, suddenly my heart's totally into this, you know. So where are we going with this? Right, let's pull final card from the High Love Soul Link Oracle cards. Let's see for Aries. Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. 1st to the 15th. 1st to the 15th. Boom. Boom. You cannot escape from the moon. The moon is your intuition. You can't. Bottom of the deck. Boom. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's yeah, no wonder they wanted me on this reading. Okay guys, thank you so much for all your likes, shares and subscriptions. It means so much to me. Competition. If you want to be in for a chance of winning, this is to win the NEFERATI deck and a 30-minute free reading with me. That could be done by video, it could be done by phone, whichever you want to do it. It could be done by email, it's up to you. To be in for a chance of winning, you have to be subscribed, you have to like and comment on a video that isn't alive, okay? Now, if you want to, you can comment on 15, or you can comment on one video and like one video and comment on. So comment on 15 videos and like 15 videos, or you can comment on one video and like one video. It's up to you how many times you do it, but don't forget, the more you're doing it, the more likely you are to be in for a chance of winning. And I will be picking a winner at random when we hit 1,000 subscribers. When that happens, it will be an entirely random process. I will just pick a random video, and then I'll look through the comments and I'll pick one at random from there as well, okay? So guys, catch me live as well, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 PM Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to be, I think it's actually 9 PM British Standard Time, which would be 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time, okay? So I think I get the timings wrong here when I say that. So thank you so much guys for listening, thank you for watching. All of your support from the channel is much appreciated. Have a wonderful last of eclipse of 3, this is the last one of 3. Have an amazing July, take good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye bye.